most of the guys that have presented themselves in front of me just want to fuck me. I'm not interested.
What else would they want to talk to you
see,
for?
this is what I'm trying to say with female accountability. It is fucking incredible. If a woman sexualizes herself, the response from the general public is they're going to in turn sexualize her. Like, girls don't understand that your actions come with consequences. Fast money comes with slow problems. If you sexualize yourself, people are not going to respect you. When a girl objectifies herself, the man objectify in response. No man can objectify a woman unless she objectifies herself first, man. It doesn't fucking work that way.
One. What a beautiful day to watch TV.
Father is facing 180 days in jail for overpaying his child support and over-visiting his 11-year-old son.
I don't want a daughter, but I don't want a son because they're the problem.
You really gotta love when people expose themselves without actually knowing that they're exposing themselves, because she said that she thinks boys are the problem because they're the ones that do all the school. But when we look at most cases where that's happened, we notice a lot of things. The boy was raised with an unhealthy and untrue idea of what masculinity is. He was socially neglected, wasn't allowed to show his emotions, wasn't taught proper social and emotional skills. The list goes on. So when you say that you think your son would be one of those kids, you're saying that you have an unhealthy and untrue idea of what masculinity is, and you probably also have internalized misogyny. You would emotionally neglect and socially suppress your children, and you would literally raise school. So, yeah, I don't think that you should have a son either, or probably not a daughter either.
Go out, have a great time. And then one day she's like, oh, I'm sick. I'm like, okay, well then instead of us going on a date and then, you know, us hooking up afterwards, I'm going to come over and take care of you. And they're like, no, I don't have any makeup on. And I'm like, you are the, I'm like, you are the one that doesn't get chose. Like, and in my mind, I'm just thinking, you can't provide this, like, hey, can we just sit in my apartment while I work on my editing this podcast, and you sit with your head in my lap, and you can edit photos or do whatever you need to do, and we can just be quiet together. No, I can't do that. I have to do this. I have to go to this party. What? And I'm like, you cannot provide me peace, so we can date, but you're never, ladies, listen to me. If you can't provide, the reason why you're not getting chose is because you don't provide peace. And I'm not saying I don't need you to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. That is not what I'm talking about. No. I just mean, can we sit there and then you not interpret me looking at my phone as me not wanting to be with you? We're just quiet together for a little bit.
You are a man and you can't pay all the bills. I do not want you to join any mass.
You can take care of a woman with $40,000 a year. Like food, water, and shelter, that's all you need to play each other's parts and love each other. But love isn't anywhere in the equation of you or any of them women in your comments. Like being with a man doesn't equal a luxurious lifestyle or being able to waste his money on whatever you want. Most men that have had women throughout history haven't been rich. It's just that rich men have more women. And now they're choosing to work and then marginalize the man because they can make money too. And that's because they only view men as financial compensations. Not as spiritual leaders, not as the head of the household, just money. And you're contributing to that problem. A lot of them think a man is supposed to be their woman or servant and just be an emotional support to them all the time, when that's not his job as a provider and force of stability and source of knowledge.
Can I share a secret with you guys? From a man's perspective, it doesn't matter if you've been with a man 3 months, 6 months, 5 years, or 15. You have one opportunity with a man to dishonor his vulnerability, and he will never look at you the same. He may act like it. He may walk around with a smile on his face. On the inside, he's like, "Oh no, I would never." He could be going through the worst thing. He'd be like, "Baby, how was your day?" How many women on this panel right now have heard a man say, "Oh, it was good. I had a good day. It was all right." And on the inside, he's saying, "Yep, I went through a whole bunch of shit today, but I'm not telling you because I can't trust you with my vulnerability."
I am absolutely convinced that men don't actually want relationships. Like, men want their lives as is.
And guess what? You'd be 100% correct in assuming that. Because we're done. We're walking away. You see, we've adopted what women have been preaching for the last 50 years. We don't need women. We can take care of ourselves. There's nothing to be gained by being in a relationship. So after 50 years of hearing that used against us, now we've adopted it. And all of a sudden you're upset about it. I'm not sure why. We're just simply following your lead. You got what you wanted. Let's enjoy it.
Like, just put more effort into, like, coming up with something
There's so many
different.
things that you could do.
Just put more effort and
just put in more effort, says the panel of women that never planned a first date in their lives. It is kind of convenient since for y'all to say that when you've probably never planned a date, set up the date, set the time.
These are 4 simp behaviors that you're doing without noticing as a man, but let's get into it. You must stop. 1, you got nervous around pretty girls, 10 out of 10 look-wise. But around a 7 and 6, you macho man, you know what I'm saying? You don't care, you chilling. Nonchalant, right? Why are you changing your behaviors or getting nervous around pretty girls? A lot of these girls be pretty on the outside but fucked up in the inside. And she's probably just as nervous as you. This is a clear indicator of low confidence, my guy. Like, come on, dog. You gotta learn to rise to the occasion. Kim Kardashian could be in front of me and I'll still act the same because I don't give a fuck. I'm him in my head. I'm Himothy. I'm him Duncan. I'm gonna give you a life gem though, right? Anytime you chilling with a girl, she's just as nervous as you. 2, you talk to her too much, my guy. You at work, you snapping her. You at the gym, you sending her selfies. You in school, you texting her. And then you wondering why girls get bored and you be like, I don't want to be with you no more. Oh, I was doing everything right. You was being needy. Yeah, girls say like this shit, right? Yeah, I want a guy who's gonna text me every day. See me every day, right? And then they leave. Never listen to what a girl says. Listen to her actions. 3, you still trying to link her. She turned you down the first time, or she said maybe so. Maybe so means most likely no. She's not linking you. She's playing with you. A girl got 1 time to flake on me, and she out in the picture. Look, I ain't tripping over shorty. A better dude probably came in the picture. I just charged to the game and on to the next. 4, you're looking past all the red flags because she look good. You go on her Instagram, naked pictures everywhere, titties all out. She's tweeting about sex 24/7. But she's the one. This the girl you gonna wipe. Come on, dog. Y'all gotta stop seeing girls from a surface level, bro. A lot of these girls be pretty as fuck, but fucked up on the inside or mentally, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe, though.
Men think they're so much more important than they are. Like, that's what we don't even need y'all.
Ladies, y'all are dangerously close to pushing men to the point where we won't give a fuck. And no, I'm not talking about us not giving a fuck about chivalry or women or any of that shit. I'm talking about pushing us to the point where we don't give a fuck about anything. We don't give a fuck about society. Like, y'all women need to understand something. Everything you have in this world, every coffee shop you get your caffeine fix, every Target you do your shopping at, every place you get your hair and nails done, being able to drink clean water, being able to have a house that doesn't fall in on you, like everything you enjoy about modern society was built and is maintained by men. Men who gave a shit about society. And because y'all won't stop talking about how fucking useless we are getting dangerously close to the point where we're not gonna give a fuck about any of that. And you'll see how fucking useful we are when all that shit falls apart.
Oh my God, I'm officially divorced! Yes! I'm officially primary custodian of the kids.
So she's asking to take on the majority share of the work. So you're going to get all the benefits. You're going to take all the responsibilities, right? You're going to support these kids that you're fighting over, right?
What about the child support?
A few moments later.
That's it?
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me? Not all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
What? What do you mean now? All of this financial burden is on me? Then you fucking asked for it. You wanted all of your kids to live with you? You had the arm out? Now you're over here crying because all of the financial burden is on you? Oh, man, come on. Look at her.
Here's how to make a girl regret ever breaking up with you. A girl's revenge on a guy is instant. She can go out and get laid that very same night. You're going to find out about it and you're going to feel awful. I know I did. Felt terrible because her revenge is instant. You just want to do everything you can to bring her back. But at the end of the day, all it does is push her further away. So what do you do instead? You forget about it. Forget about her. You forget about the life that you had. You focus on the life that you want. The best possible life. Make her regret ever leaving you in the first place. You're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna eat healthier, hang around better friends, you're gonna make more money, you're gonna have a better mindset. And then at the end of the day, you've built this incredible life, you're gonna get that magic message. She's gonna reach out, and guess what? You know you did it right if you don't care. You're a better man now, and you moved on to bigger and better things.
She tells me like her 3 ex-boyfriends were like really mean to her, and I'm like,
This guy's got a great point. If I'm talking to a girl and she says, oh, my last ex beat me, took my car, beat my dad up, and we dated for 4 years, what that tells me is she's addicted to toxicity. And for me and my ex argued one time in 9 months. I'm not the type of guy to take a girl's emotions up and down and up and down. I just want peace. I just want to chill. I just want to have a good time. So I'll tell girls just like what he said. Listen, I cannot provide you with that roller coaster. I'm not this toxic guy, so we may not be compatible. And of course, they say things like, oh no, it's different this time. I'm trying to heal. Yeah, all right.
Let me finish the clip, because you're going to hear a woman that ain't got no sense say this.
But women do that.
Absolutely.
They take advantage of the situation.
But I think when you look at a bill of a mother who's charging things using child support money, moms also deserve to be able to take care of themselves and to be able to spend on themselves. Like, if a mom is going to the gym, she needs to get a workout in, and she needs to feel good about herself. If a mom is going to go get a drink with child support money, she should get that drink. It's really...
Now, let's explain this. Imagine if the roles were reversed, and I'll let y'all watch the rest of the clip. The rest of the women were logical. Another woman came back. She was very logical, but this woman. Now, imagine if, like, as a man, you have to pay child support. Now, just imagine if I said, well, I had to dip into that child support to get my hair cut because I need to be taken care of too. So the money that was going to my son, I actually took a little bit for me because I needed to buy some shoes. I need to go get some drinks with my boys. I work hard for this money. I deserve to take this money and buy something with it. Nobody on planet Earth thinks that makes any sense. Man, you don't have no right to that money. You're supposed to be supporting a child with that money. You don't take that money, get your hair cut, and go get you some whiskey. But a woman can say that, and that makes total sense to her. That the money comes in and she should be able to use money to go and have a mimosa on the weekend and go to the gym and get her eyelashes done. No, that's what you do with your money.
Because it is ghetto. Choose a better sexual partner next time.
You can't just say that about a person's situation. It's probably just way more nuanced.
I don't care.
So researchers have discovered that promiscuity negatively affects women in a terrible way. Here's the deal. The more sexual partners women have, and the younger they are when they lose their virginity, the worse off they are as a wife and a mother. They're terrible choices for marriages, unfortunately. A woman that was a virgin till the age of 20 and had one partner, for example, you wife her up in her mid to late 20s, is a better choice than a woman that's had 100 partners and lost her virginity at 14 or 15 or whatever age this one was when she started fooling around with guys and racking up a notch count.
There's no way I'm this hot and single.
Honestly, you think the way you do because you've been over-validated by a bunch of simp men on the internet that have hyperinflated your ego. And this is exactly why I tell men to date with the intention of marriage. First of all, you'd stop the sexual objectification of women. Second of all, you're going to get men to actually ask themselves, what real value does this woman bring to my life, instead of what are the right things I can say on this date to get in her pants by the end of the night. And lastly, you're going to humble a lot of women like her to realize that they have to bring real value to the table and they can't just rely on their looks.
Girl keeps it real about feminism.
It's really about women wanting special privileges and treatment at the expense of men often. And I think it's alive and well, sadly. I think life is easier if you're a girl. I think there's a lot of benefits that men don't have. I'm not going to speak anything to race. I'm just talking about gender specifically, it's usually like an excuse. Like, honestly, I think as a girl, you have equal opportunity in the world. I think there's benefits. Like, for example, we have quotas for women in specific jobs that are given to us that aren't given to men. So yeah, I would say it's easier being a girl.
That ignores a lot that I'm a woman with a disability. So there's a lot stopping me that you don't have to think about.
Well, I'm talking about as a woman.
So the barriers, right, that we constantly ignore that are very much systemic and microaggressive, right? We see them and experience them every day.
Like what in the U.S.? Like what?
What would you like to know an example of?
I know you said that there's like barriers. I want to know what barriers in the U.S. today as a woman.
Well, as a woman or as a woman of color? Let's be specific.
As a woman. I said as a woman.
Well, no, I can't answer as a woman.
I can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Worse than the like who trying to work? Like who trying to do all that for the money? Just give me the money. You doing too much.
You got to earn it.
No, I'm not earning shit.
Like in any aspect of life. In any aspect of life, you got to earn that.
Earning nothing. I'm sorry.
See, that's the problem. Women be thinking they just deserve shit for existence.
I do.
They do. He from Baltimore. How can he say?
We'll be fighting an uphill battle with that one.
What?
Be fighting an uphill battle.
One of my best dudes was from Baltimore. He spent it so good, and he was only like 20.
You are a man and you can't pay all the bills. I do not want you to join any mass.
Okay, I just want to start this video out by saying this. Paying bills is not masculine or feminine, y'all. It's necessity. Second thing I have the issue with, right? Why is it that, like, in the eyes of society, when I get a girl or like a wife, that person becomes my dependent. That person becomes like a child. That person becomes somebody I have to damn near feed, clothe. The only thing I'm not doing is teaching you how to wipe your ass. So, like, what's the point? Just think about this. As a race of people who have been continuously financially scrutinized and fucked over by the system for years, right? For as long as we can remember, we've always been at some type of financial disadvantage when it comes to this country, right? So why in the hell would the first thing you judge me on be how much bread I got in a disadvantaged situation like that systemically? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Girls' night out at the club.
Are you kidding me?
God, here we go.
Emma, you've got the toxic flag going?
Let's swing it to Emma going to the most worst scenario.
Let me tell you this. When I go out with my girls and a guy tries to hit on me, I do this move. It's called the X.
Now, I
and
will
they come up to
expand
me,
on that because
well,
why,
I do the same thing.
Why can't girls' nights be movies in, wine nights in?
But why does it
why
only
it
have
can
to
be
be
a
that?
dinner out and then some cocktails? Why does it have to be in a club where majority of your friends may
doesn't.
be single?
Right. It doesn't.
Again, it's attention.
trap. Check this out.
I work in the bar industry. I see girls' nights out versus men's nights out.
Yeah, but I'll tell you.
And I will say the girls' nights out, those groups are always hopping dude to dude to get their drinks paid for. And I don't consider us in my decision that I
like
make.
we can buy our
Because
own
we
damn
are
drinks.
we are an
good
exception to
go.
the rule.
I agree with that. So basically, to break this down, if 4 dudes go out to the club together, they're going to be standing in the corner, bored, not talking to anybody 9 times out of 10. Girls, though, go to the club for validation. Okay, they go to the club to get dressed up, take the pictures. They go there because they know guys are going to be orbiting around them. The chances of you getting your drink spiked, one of the girls getting too drunk, being left alone, and some dude walking off with her, it is a dangerous situation in these clubs,
But
especially
in these random
There are
cities.
safe ways you can do it. You have your dude pick you up from the club. You have a chaperone.
How many
Like,
people
there
actually do
are-
that, though?
People complain about how men are cheating on them, but we don't talk about your ass pics.
A lot of women aren't going to want to hear this, and I can already hear the comments now. Oh, you're a misogynist, or oh, if you're insecure, just say that. Think about it like this for a second. Let's say your boyfriend has been texting a girl that makes you very uncomfortable. You know, because you were a girl, what this girl's intentions are, yet he acts oblivious to it. This girl continues to try your man, and he doesn't do anything about it. He lets her keep doing it. Now think about this. If you were even an average looking woman and you post a thirst trap, you're gonna have about 50 guys in your DMs. If the thought of your man getting tried by one girl makes you uncomfortable, imagine how he feels when 50 different guys are trying you. Or imagine how he feels when you go to the club all dressed up and there's 50 different guys trying to sleep with you. Does it really mean they're insecure because they don't want you welcoming that behavior? Just think about it for a second.
I think
think you're incredibly rude. And you have a small dick. I already know I'm gonna have a very great relationship, and like my end game with like who I'm with, they will put up with me.
My life is stress. You see me, I'm rolling around with fucking security teams, and I got problems, and they're after me, and when I come home to my chick, the last thing I want to do is have to handle anything. I want her to just sit the fuck down and her make me happy. She used to be my positive energy. She used to be my sunshine in the rainstorm. If you're sitting there constantly arguing over small points or correcting him or that, he's probably thinking, this is a battle. I don't have the energy for another fight.
You guys need to understand that most of the time what you see on social media regarding relationships is not the reality of the situation. It's probably a lot worse at my school than it is at most other schools. I go to University of Arizona. But I know girls that will post their boyfriend once a month, right? I love you so much. I'm obsessed with my boyfriend, whatever. And they will cheat on them once a week, minimum. I was at this fucking half bar, half club this one time. And this girl I know comes up and introduces me to her boyfriend. And it was just too sus off the bat. Anyway, the guy leaves. He's like, let's go, I'm leaving. She's like, well, wait, but I want to stay. So she stays, and I'm not about that fucking shit, okay? I'm not hooking up with someone else's girlfriend, number one, because it's disrespectful. Number two, because I don't fuck with that shit. Number three, because I don't want to be hooking up with someone that other people are hooking up with right before. So I leave, I go to the bathroom, and then I come back a couple minutes later, and I already see her making out with another dude.
My mother is celibate. She's not really looking for any type of marriage.
Celibate?
Yeah, she's celibate.
How many kids does she have?
Just me and my little brother.
And she's been celibate for how long?
Since my brother was born. So my brother's 9 now.
So for what reasons?
Because of the father of my brother was also a toxic relationship. She just kind of was focused
Your mother's celibate because her baby daddy was toxic?
Well, no, I would say she's celibate because she has the same beliefs. Like, she's Christian, she wants to get married, and she
do you realize how crazy that sounds?
Yeah,
you got 2 kids out of wedlock by 2 different men, and then you want to become celibate. See, what you're showing is even your mama is a problem.
How so?
You may love your mama, but your mama's a problem. You don't get to go and be a reborn Christian and be celibate for 9 years and then start seeing the problem with men.
If you were making $100K a year, how much would you expect your man to make?
Equal or more.
Why?
Because when I look for a partner, I look for equal. Or if it's more, I'm not complaining, but it's got to be equal.
What do you think about this statement? My money is our money, her money is hers.
I agree.
Okay.
I 100% agree.
Why?
Our money is our money, but her money is her money, right? She's earning for herself. But like, oh fuck, no.
You expect a man to protect and provide for you?
Yes.
If a man is expected to provide and protect, shouldn't he have some form of authority over his woman?
No, not at all.
Why?
A relationship is 50-50.
But it's not 50-50 if his money is our money and your money is yours. That's like 80-20.
I agree with the concept that our money is our money, her money is her money, because I do expect that in my future. But a man cannot claim authority over a woman is not his property. A woman cannot claim authority over her man, because he is not her property.
Dude almost wrecked.
Shit.
Stitch this with your hottest take.
Dating in your mid-20s is a complete waste of time. Women that are a couple years younger than you are in their I don't want to be tied down and I want to party my whole life stage. Then the women who are a couple years older than you immediately want you to marry them, have their kids, because they realize their value has been diminished because they spent their entire 20s partying and getting used up by the streets. So it's always funny to me, after they've been chewed up and spit out by the streets and their value goes down, that's when they want to settle down because they realize they don't have the same options they did when they were 21, 22, 23. This doesn't apply to every single woman in the planet. Do not get butthurt in my comments. I am strictly speaking from personal experiences and the poor decisions that I made dating the wrong type of woman.